Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Oh, I got some more information about Ra, the Trinity God. Now we about to go into the Trinity. That's just a heads up. We about to do called Neberdjer. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I give life lessons. I use the book to help out. Today, I'm going to the book to get my message across. Hope you enjoy it. Let's rock. Right thinking mission. And yeah, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment with knowledge and understanding of self, aka high self, God. Right thing is a way of life, and it is a way of life that I live through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain the goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, is to get all those profess to be right thinkers to, excuse me, know thyself, because that's the goal of all right thinkers. If you're a right thinker and don't know yourself, you're a right thinker in training. That's cool. That means you're at least aspiring to do that. Know thyself. If not, I don't know what you're tuning into me for, because that's my goal, to get you to do that. Let's go. Know thyself is the question, but it's rhetorical, because if you don't have an answer, tune in. I can help you out with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. I got you. A person who knows not, and there's a lot of this going on, and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I'm here to wake you up. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow that. All these persons reside in you. Right there, because know thyself. And to my eye, be true. I'm back in the book. The cover done fell off. I'm just winging it now. But we're dealing with Neberdjer. You see that guy right there? As my dude would say, my first master right thinker and only master right thinker other than myself, said he's suited and booted. That means he ready to go. He got everything he need to take care of business. He know himself. God knows he's God. He just needs his creation to know who they are. Okay, let's go. So let's discuss Neberdjer. Neberdjer is a Trinity God, meaning all-encompassing. Amun, Ra, Ptah. That's the original Trinity. The transcendental self and what they call the sacred Trinity. This is God's Trinity. This is the triple God concept. I was one, then I became three. Nope, nope. This is one in three aspects of the one. Let's go. There are several trinities, okay, in the ancient Egyptian mythologies, each conveying what? A special message through the symbolic references and relationships of the symbols. Remember, we did, they call hieroglyphics. It was the Madrunetta. It was picture. They said picture worth 1,000 words. I showed you the picture with Ra and you, Asar, in the spiritual realm, looking at each other. That's a beautiful concept. And that's what it's all about. Making it to where you can mirror yourself, which is the opposite of God. As above, so below. We are below. We need to raise so we can become as above. Now, let's talk about this. The Trinity of Ra, Nut, and Gad. Who is that? Good. They represent what? The three basic principles of physical existence. They're elements. They're not people, they're elements. Ra, sun. Nut, heavens, the sky, starry decked heavens, the female aspect. Gad represents the earth. We call earth Mother Earth. The ancients use male prescription concept for earth. Okay? Bunch of reasons. We ain't going to that another lesson. But the earth in ancient times was signified by the man. Heaven represents, female represents heaven. Okay, so that's why. So spirit, God, the supreme being, represents what? heaven and earth, is what? One of the oldest forms. This concept to be found in what? The dynastic period of ancient Egyptian history. This was the original concept. It goes back. Watch this. Now, as the evolution of the exposition of the supreme being, getting knowledge around, progressed, it what elucidated through the medium of theology and mystical philosophy was refined. It's always God has always been a theological concept, a mythological concept, allegorical, philosophical concepts that you have to adopt, understand, and if you want to follow it, that's fine. If not, you don't have to. It's a choice, free will, is what we have. But it's a structured concept that the ancients had and they used, and it worked like a charm for thousands of years. So I'm just bringing it back. It's been working for me. I ain't got that many years going, but it's been doing fine for me. That's why I teach it, hopefully, to you. So you what? It'll work for you too if you practice it. Moving on. This refinement, watch this, which occurred when? Over a period of 5,000 to 10,000 years, it led to the teachings of what? The Assyrian Trinity of Asar, Aset, and Haru. I call it the story of life. If you master Asar, Aset, and Haru, you have mastered yourself. That's what right thinking philosophy is based on. That's where I got it from with my twists, my experience. That's what makes it mine. Other than that, it's the same story. That's what I want to teach you. You can make your own decision about how to deal with it, but I'm just giving it to you so you can use it. That's what it's for. And watch this. That's the first concept, religious concept. Asar, Aset, Haru, and watch this. And those of Neberdjer is Amun, Ra, Ptah. Amun is hidden spirit. Ra, seen in the sky, sustainer. Okay, and Ptah, the self-created one that uttered himself into existence. See, there's no scarab in here, no Kepri, nobody. This is just one concept with three different concepts and divided into one. That's the Trinity. Okay, let's go. Now, in early history, here you go. There was no iconographical depictions of Neberdjer, no pictures of God. That's considered idolatry. But for philosophical educational purpose and the teachings, we created this all-encompassing God. Ooh, I like that. And they called it the Great He-She. Okay, excuse me. Because it was androgynous, it was known as the Great He-She. That's Haru's spiritual aspect in the beginning. Haru is the female aspect of Haru, but it was always considered him. He played the masculine role, Haru is the female. But the Neberdjer itself is three in one person. But they didn't have that concept. They just had the concept. They had no pictures. So the he-she, watch this. He-she was considered as what? Being the transcendental of form and concept of the great being. In the late period of the Commission history, watch this, the image as an all-encompassing all of the attributes of the other gods and goddesses appear in what? The form of a composite, which they call the all-encompassing divine, an image containing all attributes of the divinity. That's the picture I showed you. He got everything. Okay, he got the sun that's working, he got the scarab body, he got the staff, he got 4 hands, he got about 6 wings, he got everything that encompasses all the God concepts. That's what they're trying to show you, okay? And it's called Neberdjer, the all-encompassing divinity, okay? One, but with a whole bunch of aspects to wrap in. The ancient Egyptian, where we at? Okay, excuse me. Yeah, okay, I'm moving up here. Now, the ancient Egyptian Trinity, composed of Amun, Ra, Ptah, was formerly known, watch this, as Neberdjer. Everything is Amun, Ra, Ptah, 3 in 1. Again, Trinity means 3. The following passage, watch this, from the hymns of Amun, sums up the ancient Egyptian understanding of the great Trinity. Watch this concept and creation. Remember, these are all concepts, just concepts that you can understand and manifest for yourself and make it real. But it's all conceptual. Watch this. the Trinity concept and that which transcends it. Watch this. He whose name is what? Hidden is who? Amun. Ra belong to what? To him as his face. Ra is the face of Amun. Amun is hidden. Ra is his face. And the body is Ptah, the physical creation aspect of the flesh. Okay? When spirit meets flesh, spirit meets matter, that's the yin and yang come together as one to make a whole. But it takes two halves to make a whole. Half spirit, half physical, you got a whole body. That's the concept. Watch this. So you got, and their cities, watch this. The next phrase is, their cities are established on earth when forever. Waset, Anu, and Hekaputah. Those are three spaces up and down the Nile that had their own Trinity gods, their own concepts, but they all the same thing, tied in, interchangeable, interlocked, meaning like a family, just different names. That was understood. It's still understood. Watch this. You got 600 different versions of Christianity denominations, so three ain't bad. I'm just saying. Moving on. The statement above is another example of what? Of a Neberdjer, right in philosophy, understanding correlative theological statement, meaning a statement that links theological traditions that outwardly appear to be different. You got Waset, who use Moon, Amun, Mut, and Kansu, Trinity. Then you got Anu, they use Asar, Aset, Haru, Trinity. Then you got Hekaputah, who use Ptah, Sekhmet, and Nefertim. Trinity. Break all them down for you because they all got their own sections. That's another lesson, but right now that's what it represents. That's the concept, and they all come together. They seem to be separate, but they're different and separate. But in the passage above, we not only learn, watch this, from the passage above, we not only learn that the three main theological traditions are linked and organizations of their connection, but also that the gods of the Egyptian Trinity of Amen, Ra, Ptah arise from what? The nameless supreme being known as the Neberdjer, or Netter, and everything after him is Netteru, plural, meaning more than one, but he's the only Netter. Rest of them are rules after him. Therefore, listen, the Trinity is in reality describing one divinity, again, which expresses in three aspects. We do it all the time. Thus, in the Egyptian system of gods and goddesses, we also have the female aspects of Amun is Amenet, Ra got Rayet, Ptah got Sekhmet. Okay, and all these are female aspects of their counterpart, which is the male. They go together, balance, duality. Even in elements, even in the god and goddesses, there's always going to be a pair. No god by itself other than Supreme Neberdjer by himself. And he represents three different things again. So it's all about understanding. And again, let's go. Now, you got Amenet, Rayet, Sekhmet, and all are what consorts of Amun, Ra, Ptah, representing their dynamic power of manifestation. Again, in the creation story, watch this, involving the Assyrian mystery, which is the Sar, he assumes the role of Khepri, and Tem, meaning the morning and the evening. He wakes up and he goes to sleep. They representing, watch this, while at the same time giving what? Insight to the nature of the Neberdjer. The Neberdjer saith, watch this, I am the creator of what have come into being, and I myself came into being under the form of the god Khepri, which is the scarab beetle. Okay, you see that man with the scarab? That's sunrise. That's Khepri. That's creative. That's what it represents in the morning sunrise. And watch this. I came into being in where? Primeval time. I had union with my hand, and I embraced my shadow in what? A love embrace. I poured seed into my own mouth. This is I'm reading. And I sent forth from myself issue in the form of what? The God Shu, air, represents the element, and Tafnut, rain, water. I came into being in the form of Capri, the scarab God, and I was what? The creator of what came into being. That means I did this. I created this. There's no need to be jealous when I know I am the one. I hear that phrase. No, don't. That ain't the God I serve. Simple. I formed, watch this, I formed myself out of the primeval matter. We know it comes from the new. He's telling you that's where he comes from. That's not the question. But after that, he started making things out of himself. And watch this, I formed myself in the primeval matter. My name is, the first spirit and human being was Asar, not Adam, conceptually, from my aspect. Let me wrap another piece is Neberdjer. Okay, Neberdjer speaks. Now this is him telling you about him. Same way y'all say God said, I'm a jealous God, and the Ten Commandment God. We got one too. Watch this. Now, Neberdjer speaks. I was alone, for the gods and goddesses were not yet born, meaning nothing but moi. And I had what? Emitted from where? Myself. Everything came from myself. Neither air, which is shoe, nor tough nut, which is rain and moisture. I brought into my own mouth. I brought into my own mouth Heka, which is words of power. You speak something into existence. That's what he did. I brought from my own mouth the divine words of power. I love it. And I forthright, excuse me, I forthwith, and I forthwith came, what's this? I forthwith came into being under the form of things, such things, excuse me, I came into being form of things which were what? Created under the form of Kepri, which is the scarab beetle, which is the sunrise. It represents self-creation, okay, in existence, bringing yourself out of dung. How about this? We come from dung. The scarab beetle, the god, that sunrise, he laid their eggs in dung, roll it around, keep it buried in the ground, let them, and they feed off the dung. When they get of age, full grown, they come out ready to what? Eat more dung. That's what they do. Now I'm gonna stop here because I got another section, and this is gonna blow your mind. Okay, so here's up. This is one of the forms of Tantra yoga. Can you see that? When he say I brought it to my mouth, that's what he was meaning. That's in this lesson. I got part 4 coming for you. Got a little more. So one more page of information. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. I gotta do it. I hate to drag it out, but I gotta finish it up. So let me wrap it up. Now, these passages above all point to what? The fact that while the name of the Supreme Being under the different priesthoods appears to be different, these are what? Merely names for different expressions of the what? Same principles and teachings which present additional complementary wisdom about what? The divine God. That's why I'm hell bent on knowing God, experiencing God for yourself. That way you can worship, praise, and understand Him and live according to His will. If you just believe in Him because of what somebody told you, to what the pastor preaching to you, and you haven't had your own but God experience, you're never going to know God. You're never going to know yourself either. You're going to stay ignorant of your higher self, which is God, and yourself, which is you in the physical form. God, without the conscious of knowing who they are, hence, know thyself. That's my goal, to get you to do that. So, by any means necessary, I got to do what I got to do. Let's go. So, therefore, there is no separation, discontinuity, discontinuity, or confusion within the theologies of the ancient Egyptian concepts. They all interweave to each other. They don't say this and others say that. No, they don't do that. We don't have a problem. Christians, Muslims, and Jews. And then a whole bunch of Mayat philosophy. No, everyone. So that's the concept. Let's go. So there again, correlative theological statements, tying it all together. There's a system already laid out. And watch this. Here also linking Neberdjer to who? Asar, God with man. More importantly, the last passage what reminds us that all of the names and forms are what? Merely outward expressions of the same supreme being, aka Neberdjer. In its physical manifestation, Neberdjer previously discussed, is what? A name which signifies the all-encompassing. That means his name. It's a name, a title, like God. Meaning what? Of the collective members of the Trinity, the Neberdjer includes all male and female aspects of the Trinity. Hence, Haru, Aset, and the offspring, the Trinity, Father, Son, Father, Mother, and the Son. Most times it's the Son. Some have the female offspring also. So again, it's never one-sided. It's got to be balanced. Understand that. So these are all aspects of the Trinity, and therefore to be understood as what? The androgynous and primordial being from which arose all names and forms, all God and goddesses, all creation, and all opposites in creation, aka the male and female, hot, cold, up, down, in, out, etc. These are all emanations of the one supreme being with different aspects. And watch this. The passage above from the Anuian theology may be termed correlative theological statements. Why? These are statements that correlate the main divinities and unequivocally show them to what? Be manifestations of what? Other divinities within the same tradition and within the other main tradition. Again, tying together of Neberdjer religion. So if we ain't saying this and they saying that, then we all say the same thing. Correlative theological statements are found in the four main Neberdjer traditions. Here we go. Anuian, Wasetian, Memphirian, and Osirian. Okay, and they all correlate with the main divinities of tradition of each other. You can interchangeably use them. Now, I gave you the picture of this guy here. This is Tantra yoga. Okay, yeah, yeah. I got a problem with that one. It's hard to digest that one. But yeah, you see him in the papyrus from 10018 in the British Museum in the creation story. Watch this, involving the Asarian mysteries. Understand this. This is part of the creation story. Asar assumes the role as Capri, right? And Tim, I mean the sunrise and sunset. Okay. I was alone, for the gods and goddesses were not yet born or created, and I had emitted from myself neither shoe nor tough nut. I brought into my own mouth, Heka, and our forthright came into being under the form of things which were created under the form of Capria. So again, now the important passage in the iconograph above explains and illustrates the majestic vision of Tantric yoga philosophy. I told you out of all the ones, I don't do that one. That's one of the reasons why. In the Tantric philosophy and Neberdjer spirituality, it has this concept and views. But watch this. Far from sexual vulgarity. That's what the first piece you see the man put his own penis in his mouth, you freaking out. Yeah. So did the Roman Catholics when they came over. They wasn't allowing that. They stopped that. No, no. I was going to go that far. Jokey joke. What's this? But it's far from sexual vulgarity. Why? Because it's the teachings that reveal secrets about the nature of the divine self. If he's by himself, nothing exists. Ain't nobody else there. Nothing. He had to do everything himself. Get the concept? So, in the previous passage, we had poured seed. I had poured seed into my own mouth. Where did the seed come from? How did it get into his mouth? It's Mr. right there. Something like DMX. Not good, but that's the concept. Watch this. I see it into my own mouth. And the last one, we have what? I brought into my own mouth Heka. Heka is words of power. That means he's speaking it. But in order to get the seed is in the genitalia area. Okay, in us. And the woman that got to be impregnated, the seed got to go in. So he did all that himself before he brought anything into existence. So how else we gonna get done? This concept. I'm pleased to understand it. And watch this. His mouth means words of heck. He had power to say verbally what he wanted. This juxtaposition, watch this, of seed and Heka is a profound understanding. Why? Heka is power from the mouth. Seed is life given from the genitals. Simple as that. And understanding, watch this, is a profound understanding of the creative potential of what? Word, thought, and consciousness, aka the Pa'ut, the stuff or matter of what? Or substance, out of which creation is created. It came from somewhere. He's telling you how to create. Man and women can procreate. We can't create by ourselves. He did by himself. The only one could, and they have to do that. That's how the story starts. That's creation. Excuse me, I went over time again. All right, let me wrap this up. But he created himself. Why? How? It means that the Neberdjer impregnated himself. When we say him, we think in male, which is right. And he the one who does the planting of the seed. But if we say her, that means she's the receiver from the seed. We just use one aspect, but then we know there's more than one. Watch this. So in other words, that is what vibration. At once making him what? An androgynous being, as well as the source, matter, or her own creation. Again. So from all so from all comes the what? All out of itself. Everything comes from God and is composed of God. So so to all is divine. All exists in what? The divine, and all is rooted in the divine. We are spiritual, divine beings having a human experience. Our divinity is up somewhere else, not here in hell. The physical body is living that for you. So it's a lesson you got to learn while you're here. That's all philosophical concepts. Let me wrap it up. I again appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, did less than 30 minutes. Neberdjer has a female aspect. Ding, 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 ding. Well, she's called Neberdjer. Neberdjer. Neberdjert. Remember, when they put the T on it, that's put the feminine touch on it. The derogative, whatever they call it, aspect, is the female aspect. If it ends in T, it's feminine. Not women, okay, just the feminine aspect. The masculine has anyone, okay? But watch this. Now, the Neberdjer may be thought of, watch this, as a goddess, but in reality, Neberdjer and Neberdjer are what? One all-encompassing divinity. This is also the name of the eye of her root. And that's my lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you understood it. More importantly, you can use it if you understand it. And don't do that thing that you see. Don't practice that at home. Don't practice that, period. I'm out.